We're traveling to 8 cities across Africa to find bold, innovative entrepreneurs tackling real-world challenges head-on. Each city's winner will advance to the finale in Mauritius to compete for investment. Welcome to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, a vibrant city where the entrepreneurial spirit thrives, and a new generation of innovators is stepping up to the challenge. At the center of it all is the ALX Ventures City Accelerator. With support from dedicated mentors, each founder is refining their vision, preparing for a pitch that could change everything. The stakes are high and the pressure is up. It's make or break as our founders work with their mentors to perfect every word, every idea, and every moment. Welcome to the Do Hard Things Challenge. Let's meet our entrepreneurs. First up is Matilda from Wujo, who is looking to create a revolutionary new financial system.
In Ethiopia, we have something called Yacob. So imagine you're like in a company or in a setting and there are like 15 of you guys or 20 of you guys, and you decide to save up like a certain amount of money each month, and each month one person amongst you gets to take that money and use it for whatever reason they want to do. So this is a concept that we call Yacob. So I'm sure this exists around everywhere. We found that it exists almost in most African countries. And so we thought, hey, what if we bring this system that is already there, that has helped generations, into the digital world that we know today, into the financial world that we know today, so that it could be brought into the spotlight and help so many people more.
The reason why I am very excited and passionate about helping the ecosystem is I have been there. I have been in the ecosystem for the past 8 years. So I have seen the struggle, the challenges, the opportunities, and contributing towards that excites me because I couldn't have that mentor, coach, or that opportunity. That is why I'm here helping, coaching, mentoring the ecosystem.
Hello judges, my name is Matilda and I'm from Wujo, and we're transcending the informal financial sector. So I'm gonna tell you a little story. Centuries ago, a simple yet powerful concept known as Wujo emerged in the southern part of Ethiopia, where mothers came together pooling their resources to help their newborns by giving milk to each other. Later on, this communal aid system evolved to become the current informal sector we know as a ROSCA, or rotating savings and credit associations. So this is, by other names, you might know it as Yacob as well. So as it went by, I've actually had the chance to experience this ROSCA when I was seeking funds for my first business, and I found solace in the ROSCA system as well, as it required no interest, no collateral, and it gave me advanced capital as well. But as we went forwards, I've seen that this became a lifeline for many Ethiopians seeking finance, especially for those struggling to access finance. So as we go forwards, we've seen that this ROSCA has helped many people or many Ethiopians worldwide. But despite that, many people do not know where to access these ROSCAs or where to find this access if they don't have such communities. Because since to access finance, they have to go to banks or to microfinances in which only 5% of individuals and 10% of MSMEs are able to access. Well, this poses a big problem because the majority of the population, which accounts for around 90% of Africans, small and medium businesses, and also 95% of individuals in Ethiopia are faced with a problem of finding finances other than the normal formal business sector, in which they go to communal solutions, and mostly being ROSCAs, friends and families. So the problem rises, okay, why aren't people using more ROSCAs? It's because they face some limitations. These limitations include, they use something called like this. I want to show you. So you can open them up and check them up. So this is the normal traditional system. They use paper-based, inefficient management systems. So this is like maybe a lottery that comes in every 15 days, every 30 days. So this is how they manage their finances, which is very inefficient. Also, they remain traditional and still don't have diversified products. So that's also one of the limitations why people do not use ROSCAs. That's where our system comes in. So we have a unique positioning because we're stringing at the hearts of everyone, because like I told you, Wujo has a very deep-rooted culture, and we're bringing that culture into the digital world. So we're merging two things together and making sure we preserve the community culture we hold dearly. So that's why we believe we have a very unique proposition. Overall, we're tapping into a $2.9 billion market, and out of that, we're accessing an 11.5% of this total market, which is 335.4 million. Of all that, we're segmenting a small part of it, which is around $17.04 million market, including drivers, youth, teachers, and marketplaces in Mercato, and also available hotels as well. So these are the magnets or the sectors we're planning to address. Our subscription model or our business model includes subscription fees for every transactions, and also we have membership plans for Oroskas requiring to stay a very long time, or for example 2 years, 3 years as well. So far, what have we done so far? We've got certificates and also agreements from different organizations. We're also collaborating with a diaspora Yacob community known as Sage community so that they can integrate our system. In the next round, we've also reached agreement with a Mercato Rosca system account so that they can integrate our system the next time they're going to start their rounds. So far, we're asking for $100,000. Not only that, more than this, we want insights into investments, finance, someone who can lead us into the future, because our business is a fintech business at the end of the day. So we seek that as well. By the end of the day, our competitors include banks and government initiatives, also microfinances and fintech systems and ecosystems are available already. At the end of the day, I would like to say join Wujo and save to grow. Thank you very much.
Cool, thank you, Matilda.
You're welcome.
I have two questions for you, they're kind of related.
Okay.
I see a lot of these types of businesses.
True.
So at a high level, what makes you different? Why would you win?
Yeah.
And then maybe building on the first question, how are you going to sell your product? How are you going to capture market? How are you going to reach your target demographic? What's your plan for that?
All right, thank you so much for your questions. A very surprising story. We actually, it changed the whole demographic of our plan, actually, our business model. So what we did was, like any other Yacobs available or digital Yacobs available, so we were planning to become a Rosca ourselves. So we were planning packages. We did like a 20,000, 100,000, this kind of packages, which is available actually currently on the market. So digital Yacobs normally work in that kind of sector. So what we did is we took that and went to the market. But what we found in the market was totally different. So we found that they actually have their own Roscas. What they needed was to automate the systems, not actually for us to bring them another Rosca. So that made us shift our entire perspective. So we had to remodel our business all over again. So I believe that makes us very different. That's a unique selling proposition as well. Yes. All right.
You didn't answer the second part of the question.
Okay, so
how are you going to take your product to market?
Okay, so now that's where the market validation comes into play. So like I said, we did our MVP. So after this, we made a whole shift. We had to throw away our applications and stuff, and we had to start from scratch. So we made an MVP, a very small version of a Telegram bot, and we went to the market. So we went to Mercato, to be specific, and we found Roscas there. We asked them, what do you think about the system? So we wanted to know how they wanted to take it and stuff like that. So they gave us feedback. So they were already using Telegram. So we knew, okay, in order to target this existing customers, it has to be very simple, has to be a certain way. So we took notes. So we used that. So currently what our plan is for the marketing is to go first in direct sales. So direct sales, we couldn't go to hotels because most people aggregate there. And also using diaspora communities, word of mouth, and in the future we're planning the social media marketing and stuff as well, specific marketing strategy.
Thank you, Matilda.
Next up is Dina from Sinq, a passionate advocate for experiential learning.
Passing through the instructional learning scheme, it was all about top-down, the teachers ordering the students, and it was like a marionette puppets playing with the strings. But when we come to the learning experience design, it cuts the strings out and frees that learner to explore by themselves. That's how I found Sinq. Nowadays, the people's attention is dropping down, and we couldn't concentrate on written materials, and experiential learning transforms our intention into more exciting one so that we can experience learning excited. Our team at Sinq is composed of a creative director, a learning enthusiast, software engineer, visual artist, digital marketer and research and development, and we are lucky to be mentored by international experts. Hello everyone, I am Dina and I'm going to ask you a question. So, is the current career that you are in your childhood dream? Yeah, I have asked myself about that, and I've never thought that I would be having a tech company. I loved physics, mathematics, and was among the top ranking students. Yet after I graduated, I was jobless for more than a year. And after that, I have joined a firm far apart from my study. Imagine, I have spent 23 years in school, but became jobless. There was nothing I could do. And here, I'm not alone, because in Ethiopia, there happens unemployment for university graduates for 42% and job mismatch happens for 52%. It was very devastating. I mean, every of my family members, my teachers, my neighbors expected me to reach some career, and it seems like I'm failing them. I was very disappointed, depressed. So, my life took a turn when I encountered something. But before that, there was something I didn't realize. The instructional learning was playing me like a puppet. I was like a marionette puppet. They instruct me, then I do it. That was our education curriculum. And spending 75% of my life there like a puppet. So I have encountered something before a year, and that was called LXD, which is Learning Experience Design. That was a scissor to cut out the strings and free the learner so that the learner could do whatever they want through the courses. They will explore, they will practice, and that uses the human-centered design tailored for each individual. It's going to be a storytelling that they didn't know, but be immersed into it, and it is gamified. They are working it into an action. So Sinq has born there, and we are a learning design, experiential design company, and we make our products like there will be no grades, but the learner is celebrated, and we have a storytelling approach, animations, gamifications, where the learner is going to act for his career in a meaningful way. So our markets, there are among above 41,000 educational institutes, formal educational institutes in Ethiopia, and they are worth $50 million. They are having competency modules of each other, and we are planning to explore and expand throughout Africa, which is the e-learning has become a trend. And we make our revenue through designing learning experience design for different content owners. We will have our own LMAs that they can integrate their contents into, and we train this ALX expertise to others. From our previous projects with GIZ, Common Sense, and Ministry of Agriculture, we have transformed more than 20 modules, reaching 17,000 agricultural extension worker learners. And then we have trained the Ministry of Agriculture staffs about our expertise, which is learning experience design. And now we are engaged in a project to reach 5,000 unemployed youths in northern Ethiopia to make them beekeeper entrepreneurs. Then our LMS is going to be published within the next 3 months, and we are on the move to make the ALX Association in Ethiopia. It's being formed now, and then we are planning to let it emerge throughout Africa within the next 10 years. So far by now, we have made more than $25,000 by our previous works, and we are planning it to grow by 15% for the next year, and we will have 30% profit margin for the next following 5 years. So now we need 65,000 to produce our product, for our product development, for operational costs and marketing. We have already secured the 15 and need 50. So let us make the learning journey very alive with Sinq. Thank you.
Thank you, Dina, for the presentation. I think the first question I have is around building a little bit on what Adam mentioned. So the gamified element in the context of, I think you mentioned beekeepers entrepreneur program. Yeah. So in that context, can you walk us through what exactly would be the offering that Sinq has?
Okay, so this beekeeping project, what we have been doing through is not a game. but we have to let the learners forget where they are, but we give them a talk show. They are watching a talk show. So it's like a Seifu show or something, but they are learning how to keep peace. So there will be someone coming, there will be a talk, and through that talk, they are taking it away with them. So they see their journey throughout that video. That is how we handle this project.
Okay.
Thank you, Dina. Well done. My question is, who provides the instrument for these students? Is it a tablet, or is it a traditional way?
These materials are going to be their own materials. Mostly the ones we have been previously working on, the extension workers, the government has already provided them with tablets and they have smartphones, so they could access it very well, the previous projects. But for the next ones, we are preparing our own LMS so that they can find it in a web-based format, so everywhere they go, they will have internet, they will be connected.
So do you strongly believe that the students have access to these mechanisms so they can learn?
Most of them, of course.
And you have a data on that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our final hopeful is Menbere.
What motivated me is the fact that artisans were scattered all over the place and we didn't have a one centralized platform space where we can come together and work collaboratively. What I want to do with this venture is I want to create a community for artisans and creatives to come together and work collaboratively. That's why I chose to take on the Do Hard Thing Challenge. The most impactful experience I got from joining ALX Venture is helping me with strategizing and organizing my thoughts better. Doing hard thing for me is focusing on achieving my goals while I sacrifice the things that I have enjoyed doing. Hi everyone, I am Menbere. Look at this dress I'm wearing, isn't it pretty?
It is.
When I was a child, I have always been drawn to beauty. I've always liked to explore making crafts, art, clothes from the things that I found around the house. After I grew up, almost after a decade later, I created my own brand, hoping it would make my dream come true, which was to create beautiful things, play with them, and then make money. But the world does not work like that. So I had to face the reality of running a business, which was a clothing business. In this journey, it enabled me to connect with other people and also see the struggle, the real side of making business and running a company. I have faced the struggle of the hardship and the struggle of trying to find a customer, and also even in the production, the hardship and the time taking and a very long journey to take to make such kind of pretty dress. This was the problem that many, like me, artisans, craftsmen, those people who work with their hands. And this problem, it pushed me to come up with a solution that can solve my problem and also others, which was to turn dreams into reality. So I created Wubet, a platform that can make artisans' dream come true. It solves the main problems of limited marketplace, unguaranteed sales, and also the problem of retaining customers. Our target customers we target to grow to include African artisans and also to go global. Our main targets are the diaspora community because they are hungry for their country's tradition and also they want to connect with their home country. Our unique selling point is existing traction, which I have acquired alone. And if I am able to acquire, which is 300 350,000 birr, which I did alone without any marketing campaign or any strategy. And if I'm able to do that, if we come together, all artisans, we can raise in 2026 $140,000. That is what we're aiming for. And our ask is 50,000 for our initial startup, and we'll be using it mainly for social media marketing, for marketing because it's very essential to reach customers, and also for establishment, for product development, operations, and also a space for artisan and warehouse and all the logistics. We'll be partnering for the logistic part, and also we are open for mentorship and in-kind investment. Thank you. Join us in empowering African artisans.
Thank you, Menbere. That was nice. So can you describe to me the elements of your solution? It wasn't coming across clearly. Is it an e-commerce play?
Yes.
Is it like a warehousing and delivery play?
Yes.
What are the key services you provide?
Those are the key services. That's where we're reaching. We'll be growing to that, but we're starting now with the marketplace, which is the platform, and also we're moving the traction that we have, the customers that we currently have, and also from other artisans, and we're moving it to the platform. And then we'll be partnering with other logistic third-party providers. We'll be partnering with them and work collaboratively.
And is your e-commerce site up currently?
We've developed MVP,
Okay.
and that's the stage.
And so how many artisans do you have on your website?
650.
650 artisans?
Artisans?
Oh, products?
Products, yes.
Okay.
And also customers. 350 customers, which we moved from our previous traction.
Right. And those customers have bought something on your website. They've gone the full cycle. They paid for it and it's been delivered to them?
Not yet.
Okay. What's missing?
What's missing is that's a good homework which I'll be working on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Okay.
The time has come for the judges to decide who will be heading to the final round.
I feel like the first two founders did a really good job with storytelling. And I think walking us through the journey and a little bit of like the anchoring element of the why, which I appreciated.
My favorite was the second. I was hooked from the beginning. The presentation was different. So I thought the second was the best one.
I also felt the same way about the second presenter because she was quite compelling. Her story was on a very nice flow.
Yeah.
And I thought she did really well.
Yeah.
With the third presenter, I think there was a missing element of like how do you actually, like what is it exactly that you're operating, right? In terms of like not only having the marketplace, but how do you work on logistics, like who's your actual target audience in a very defined way? It felt a bit too broad and not defined enough. Thank you all for your pitches. We very much enjoyed and had time to deliberate on each of your pitches individually. And we've decided that the winner is Sinq. So congratulations, Dina.
That's priceless.
And as part of this process, we also encourage all of the contenders, all of you founders, to go through and iterate parts that need changes and make sure that you're able to stay committed to the work that you're doing, but getting the feedback and the mentorship and the support that you need so that you're able to succeed, because essentially that's what we want for all of you.
A very important feedback I've got from the judges is you have to be specific. You have to see every detail in your slide because they are both looking the slide and listening to you at the same time. And also you have to avoid technical terms and you have to relate what you say with them.
This is who I'm meant to be. This is me.
For a young entrepreneur, I would say it is possible. Just bring it to the desk. So as my co-founder says, to start, you must first start.
And that's a wrap on this electrifying episode of the Do Hard Things Challenge. Congratulations to Dina. We'll see you in Mauritius. Join us next time for more passion, innovation, and big decisions at the Do Hard Things Challenge.